Hello everyone, this is the third example of our chapter number 2, which is G plus 3 RC building. So students, in the last lectures we are completing our example of one-way continuous slab. Before that, we have to complete our first example, which is one-way simply supported slab. Now, the first question is, what is the difference between one-way slab and two-way slab? So, this discussion is already done in our introductory session that in one-way slab, your ratio of Ly by Lx is greater than or equal to 2. It means your longer span to shorter spans ratio is greater than or equal to 2. Ly, it means doesn't mean that Ly is the direction of y and Lx is x direction, but over here Ly is the longer span and Lx is the shorter span. Now for two-way slab, your Ly by Lx ratio is remain less than 2. Okay, and our second major difference between one-way slab and two-way slab is in one-way slab, your main reinforcement is lies in only one direction, in shorter direction, and in longer direction your distribution steels is provided, but in two-way slab your main steel is provided on the both the directions. So students, this is the main difference between the one-way slab and two-way slab. So now we are moving further to our third example, which is the design of two-way slab. And students, this is the completely revision of your last semester, which is ESD. In ESD, there is chapter number 10, design of two-way slab. So all the revisions are over here, in which the question is the floor slab system of a multi-story building is shown in figure. Okay, so this is figure which is given in the question. Design a slab S1. So students, you can see that in this figure, your slab S1, it means your four corners slab is designed. So in this question, you have to design only one slab. If you have to design this slab, then it means you have to design this slab also, this slab also, and this slab also. It means if you have to design one slab, it means you have to design four slab, which is similar in this figure. Okay, but it is not necessary in the GTU point of view. It means Gujarat Technological point of view, that if we have to cover S1 slab over here, then it is not compulsory to ask in the GTU exam slab S1 only. Okay, because the design of two-way slab is from page number 91 of IS 456-2000, in which there is total 9 different cases. So we are discussing on all these 9 different cases later in this example. So in this example, it is not necessary to design slab S1 only. Sometimes in the GTU, it is also called as design for slab S3, design for slab S2, or design for slab S4. So what is the difference between slab S1, slab S2, slab S3 and slab S4? All the difference are start from step number 4. It means your step number 1, which is to find out effective depth. Step number 2, which is to find out effective span, which is find out from page number 34 and 35. And our third step is load calculation. So students, your step number 1, 2 and 3 is remain same in this example also. Next is width of beam is 300 mm. Okay, it means your slab is supported on beam and the width of beam is 300 mm. Take live load is equal to 5 kilonewton per meter square. It means your live load is equal to also called as imposed load. So the value of imposed load is equal to 5 kilonewton per meter square. Use M20 grade of concrete and Fe415 steel. So students, first of all, we are starting our example with this system. So in this system, your this dimension is 3 meter and this dimension is 5 meter. So your longer dimension is in x direction. So this dimension is called as ly and this direction is called as lx. So the first step is to find out whether your slab S1 is one-way slab or two-way slab, because in the question there is no any clarification regarding your slab is one-way slab or two-way slab. Okay, so first of all, we have to decide that your slab S1 is one-way slab or two-way slab. Okay, so for slab S1, the Ly by Lx ratio, it means Ly means your longer dimension. So your longer dimension is 5 meter and your shorter direction is 3 meter. So your ratio of Ly by Lx is 1.67. It means your ratio is less than 2. If your ratio is equal to 2, then it is classified as one-way slab, because it is already discussed in our introductory session that if your Ly by Lx ratio is greater than or equal to 2, then it is classified as one-way slab. But in this example, your Ly by Lx ratio is less than 2, then it is classified as two-way slab. So you have to design your slab as two-way continuous slab. Now this word continuous slab, because in the last example, which is one way continuous slab, it is clearly mentioned that if your reinforcement is continue over any one edge, then it is designed for continuous slab. So you can see that in two-way slab, your reinforcement, main reinforcement in both the direction. So if we have to provide it our main reinforcement in both the direction, it means in this direction and in this direction. So your reinforcement is discontinuous on this edge, because in this direction there is nothing, but in this direction there is another slab. So your reinforcement is continue on this direction. Similarly, whenever we have to provided our main steel on this direction, your reinforcement is discontinue on this edge, but your reinforcement is continue on this edge. It means your main reinforcement is continue on two edges. First one is this edge and second one is in this edge. So whenever your main reinforcement is continue on any one edges, it is designed for continuous slab. So in this example, we have to design a two-way continuous slab. Now we are moving further to our step number 1, which is to find out effective depth. Okay, so the equation is remains same. L by D is equal to ratio into modification factor. But you all know that we have to find out the value of small d. So there is three unknown. First one is L, second one is a ratio, and third one is MF. So we have to discuss about our first unknown, which is ratio. In the one-way slab, we have to find out the value of ratio from page number 37 and 38. Okay, so in this example, you have to move further to page number 39. In page number 39, there is one condition for two-way slab. So you can see that for two-way slab, this condition is applicable for two-way slab only. For two-way slab, of shorter span, it means your shorter span is equal to your shorter span is equal to LX. Your shorter span up to 3.5 meter. It means if your LX is less than 3.5 meter, okay, and in this example your shorter span is equal to 3 meter, it means you have to satisfy in this condition. But your second condition is loading class up to 3 kilonewton per meter square. It means your live load, loading class, it means your live load is up to 3 kilonewton per meter square. It means your live load is up to 3 kilonewton per meter square, but in this example your live load is equal to 5 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, so in this example your this condition is not satisfied. Whenever in the question there is no any clarification, then you have to assume as 4 kilonewton per meter square, but in this example it is 5 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, so this condition is not satisfied, but whenever this both the condition has to be satisfied, then you have to take on as for simply supported slab. If your slab is simply supported, then the value of ratio for two-way slab is 35, and for continuous slab the value of ratio is equal to 40. But this 35 and 40 value is for Fe250. It means for mild steel only. Whenever you have to use Fe415 or Fe500, and you all know that your Fe415 and Fe500 is HYSD bar, high yield strength deformed bar. Then you can see that for high yield strength deformed bar, this value is multiplied by 0.8. It means if your slab is continuous slab and if this both the condition has to be satisfied, then you have to take the value of ratio is equal to 40 into 0.8. Okay, but in this example this condition is not satisfied, then you have to take on as per our last example. So our value of ratio is equal to 26. Now we are moving further to our second unknown, which is modification factor. So students, our value of modification factor is find out from page number 38, in which there is figure number 4. So the value of modification factor is depend on two values. First one is percentage tensile reinforcement and second one is Fs. So it is already discussed in our introductory session that whenever you have to design one-way slab, then you have to assume your value of PT is equal to 0.6 percentage. But whenever you have to design your two-way slab, then the value of PT is equal to 0.3 percentage, because your main steel is provided on both the directions, 0.3 percentage on this direction and 0.3 percentage on this direction. Total means 0.6 percentage. Okay, so in this example, your value of PT is equal to 0.3 percentage. Now, what is Fs? Fs is remain same because you have to use same reinforcement, which is Fe415. So your value of Fs is equal to 240 Newton per mm square. Now, your equation is L by D is equal to ratio into modification factor. So students, your value of L, because in the question your L is equal to shorter span. Okay, so your value of shorter span is 3 meter. Now you have to convert meter to mm. So 3 meter is equal to 3000 mm. There is some typing mistake over here. So this is 3000 divided by D is equal to ratio, which is equal to 26 into mm. Now what is the value of mm? So you have to assume as this is 0.3. and your graph is FS240. So whenever you have to take an S, you have to intersect this graph at this point, and for this point your value of modification factor is 1.5. So students, after putting all this value, we will get our answer of small d is equal to 76.92 mm. Okay, so students, this is your calculation of small d. After finding out the value of small d, the next step is to find out capital D. Now, capital D is the thickness of slab. Now, what is the equation of thickness of slab? The equation is small d plus diameter by 2 plus cover, and this all the calculation is remain similar as which is calculated in our one way slab. So students, after putting all this value, we will get our answer of capital D is equal to 101.92 mm. But this capital D is required thickness, but we have to provided our thickness of slab greater than the required. Okay, so we have to provided our thickness of slab is equal to 125 mm. Okay, after finding out the capital D provided, the next step is to find out small d provided. Now, what is the equation of small d provided? The equation is capital D provided minus 5 by 2 minus cover, because whenever we have to find out capital D from small d, the equation is small d plus diameter by 2 plus cover. Now opposite, if we have to use small d with the help of capital D, then the equation is D provided minus 5 by 2 minus cover. So students, after putting all this value, we will get our answer of small d provided is equal to 100 mm. Okay. So students, this is our step number 1. Our step number 2 is to find out effective span. So the major difference in step number 1 and step number 2 and step number 3 is nothing in the one-way slab and in two-way slab. So in the next lecture, we have to start our step number 2, which is to find out effective span. Okay. So students, this is the end of today's session. Thank you.